You spray your perfume, and then automatically, without thinking, you press your wrists together and rub. You've done it 1,000 times. You've seen your mother do it. You've seen it in every perfume commercial ever made. It feels like the natural conclusion to applying fragrance, the final step, the full stop at the end of the sentence. It is also according to every fragrance chemist and master perfumer, one of the most damaging things you can do to a perfume immediately after applying it, and it costs you more than you realize. To understand why rubbing is a problem, you need to understand what a perfume actually is. A fragrance is not a single substance, it's an architecture. A carefully sequenced structure of molecules designed to unfold on your skin in a specific order, top notes first, then heart notes, then base notes, each layer revealing itself as the one before it fades. This sequence is not accidental. A perfumer can spend months, sometimes years, calibrating exactly how a fragrance moves through time, the opening, the transition, the dry down. Every stage is intentional. When you rub your wrists together, you create two things simultaneously: friction and heat. Friction physically disrupts the fragrance molecules on the surface of your skin, breaking apart the structure before it has a chance to settle. And heat dramatically accelerates evaporation, burning off the lightest, most volatile molecules far faster than they were designed to disappear. Those lightest molecules are the top notes, the first impression, the opening, the part of the fragrance that made you fall in love with it in the store. When you rub your wrists, you are destroying that opening before it has even fully appeared. Here is what you lose. A well-constructed perfume has a smooth evolution. Top notes open cleanly, bright, fresh, complex, exactly as designed. They transition naturally into the heart. The heart settles and deepens into the base. The whole experience unfolds over hours as a coherent, intentional journey. When you rub, that journey is interrupted. The top notes burn off unevenly and too fast. The transition becomes abrupt rather than gradual. The fragrance jumps to its middle phase prematurely and often smells flat, slightly distorted, a compressed version of what it was supposed to be. This is why a perfume you loved in the store sometimes smells different at home. The store assistant sprayed it and let it sit. You sprayed it and rubbed. You experienced two different versions of the same fragrance. The rubbing also reduces longevity. By accelerating the evaporation of the top and heart notes, you shorten the time the fragrance spends in its most developed, most complex state. The base arrives earlier and alone, stripped of the context that was supposed to surround it. So why does everyone do this? Because we learned it, not from perfumers, from advertising. For decades, perfume commercials showed beautiful people spraying their wrists and rubbing them together. It looked elegant. It looked intentional. It became the visual shorthand for applying fragrance, so deeply embedded in popular culture that generations of people adopted it without ever questioning whether it made sense. There is one historical context where it did make sense. Older parfum, in dabber or stopper format, not the spray mechanisms we use today, was applied by pressing the stopper to the skin. For those formats, a gentle press of the wrists together helped distribute the fragrance across a small surface area. But spray format changed everything. A single spray already covers sufficient skin to begin evaporation effectively. No spreading needed, no pressing, no rubbing. The habit survived the technology. The reason for it didn't. The alternative is almost insultingly simple. Spray and wait. Let the fragrance land on your skin and dry completely on its own. Don't touch it, don't press it, don't spread it. If you apply to both wrists, let each wrist dry independently. The fragrance will settle exactly where it landed and begin its evolution at the rate it was designed for. If you want to test whether a fragrance is still present, bring your wrist to your nose rather than rubbing it. You'll smell the scent in its current stage of development exactly as it is. One additional thing worth knowing: applying right after a shower, when skin is slightly warm and pores are open, is the most effective way to maximize both projection and longevity, but only if you don't then rub the fragrance away the moment it lands. The perfumer who created your fragrance spent hundreds of hours deciding exactly how it should open, how it should evolve, and how it should end. Every note placed precisely, every transition calibrated, every molecule chosen for what it contributes to the journey of the whole. And then you spray it and rub your wrists together and undo in 3 seconds what took months to build. The simplest improvement you can make to how you experience fragrance costs nothing and takes no effort. Spray and let it be. If you want to understand everything your perfume is doing and how to actually experience it the way it was designed, subscribe to Invisible Scents, a new story every week.